Argentina invade the Falkland Islands. Italy win the World Cup in Spain. Future King and little brother bullier William's born. Channel 4 launches with Countdown. MASH, the legend, is 14 and is introduced to fingering. Now then, Ramblers, welcome to 1982. Oh, I've even done my hair for you today. Look, well, there's any of it fucking left. Anyway, 1982. I'm 14 and I'm into fingering. Yeah, I discovered fingering. Ain't it brilliant? Yeah, and I'm still a dab on to this day. Anyway, I'm into fingering, not thumbing, and getting pissed on cherry brandy. The first thing I ever got drunk on. And I remember the next day I had technical drawing, first lesson. And I was a bit bilious, to be honest. Didn't feel at my best. So I put my hand up. I said, yes, Baxter. I said, sir, can I go to the toilet, please? He said, I feel sick. He says, I'm sick looking at you, Baxter. Put your hand down. No. And then 10 seconds later, I delved into me satchel. Still a word I don't like. And I had to relieve the contents of my stomach, which was predominantly cherry brandy, into my woodwork apron. Not a pretty sight. But a lot of people say they'll never go back to the first thing they ever got pissed on. I did recently. I went to Bargain Madness and I bought 4 bottles of cherry brandy and it's fucking lovely. Anyway, 1982. What's happening in sport? I've dug out another The Sun 982 football annual, and there's a special on the Leeds legend Trevor Cherry. And it's when they used to do a question and answer. So what was Trevor Cherry really into? Trevor Cherry. He was married to Susan. He had 2 boys and a girl. He was driving a Ford Granada. Now, Trevor is a proper footballer. None of that mamby-pamby bollocks. So he drives a Ford Granada. He had 27 full England caps. His favourite other sport is golf. Superstitions, none of that shit. Favourite food and drink, lager and scampi. Scampi's not even a fucking fish. That's our Trevor for you. Brilliant. Favourite book, none. Favourite music, ABBA. Not a good year for him then, because they split up officially, unofficially this year. Tell you a bit more about that later. And your favourite TV show of Trevor Cherry was The Professionals. Yeah. Where was that? Bodie and Doyle, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, it was a World Cup year, as well you know. Italy beat West Germany 3-1 to win the cup final in Spain. And striker Paolo Rossini won the Golden Boot and Player of the Tournament. Liverpool won the First Division. Spurs retained the FA Cup from the year before. I think it was last time they fucking won out, wasn't it? Decathlete. Oh yeah, you heard that right. Daley Thompson, remember him? He was BBC Sports Personality of the Year. Good old Daley. Right, let's do these 3 TV themes. Have a guess, and I'll tell you what they were later. 3 TV themes from 1982. Every one of these were massively influential on me. Okay? So here's your first one. Doddle.
Once in every lifetime comes a love like this. Oh, I need you.
Here's your second one. And your third one. there you go. That was your 3 TV things. Tell you what they were later. Other shows that debuted in 1982. Dynasty. Why? Dynasty. Cagney and Lacey. Fame. Remember my name. Fame. Shite. Even worse. Allo, allo. Oh, the fallen Madonna with the big boobies. What a fucking trash TV that was. Awful. The Fall Guy. That was alright. I think that was Lee Majors, wasn't it, if I remember rightly? Super Ted. Shite. Hill Street Blues. And your biggest films of the year were Rocky, Rocky 3, E.T., Porky's. I remember the shower scene. Oh, yes. Remember it well. Tron, the futuristic film. Time Bandits. Bloody brilliant. Love Time Bandits. All them mad dwarfs running all over the place. And Gandhi. Bloody brilliant. Ben Kingsley as old flip-flop wearing Gandhi. And one of the massive films that I have still, to this day, never seen. Bambi. I have never seen Bambi. Am I missing anything? I think I gather that Bambi dies in the end. I don't know. Somebody said it was a metaphor for life, the way that it panned out. I don't know. Is it worth watching Bambi? Let me know in the comments, okay? Let me know if it's worth watching Bambi. Let's get on to music. Michael Jackson released the album Thriller, which went on to be the biggest selling album of all time. Yeah. This should have been stopped. Madonna made her debut. I went to watch Madonna about 6-7 years ago. Fucking awful. Yeah. Awful, but, I mean, she couldn't fucking carry a tune in a bucket, to be honest. But she had about 40 of the world's best performance artists just doing random shit all around the O2. So it was worth going to see that, but not Madonna. No. Yeah, Madonna made a debut, so that should have been stopped there and then, shouldn't it? Classic. Two bits of absolute fuck nuggetry from Ozzy Osbourne. Firstly, somebody threw a live bat on the stage. Why didn't the bat fucking fly away? I don't know. Ozzy thought it was plastic, so he bit the head off it, didn't he? And that went down in history. And also, the same year, he got arrested for pissing on the Alamo. Now, the Alamo is like the equivalent of pissing on Buckingham Palace, I think. So he got arrested. So, bit of a no-no, pissing on the Alamo in America. ABBA, as I said, Trevor Cherry's favourite group, they officially, unofficially split up. Yeah. The Hacienda opened in Manchester for a bit of raving and a bit of drugs, mate. All right? Yeah. So the Hacienda, hugely influential in many, many ways. Your Christmas number one. Save your love, my darling, save your love. And how? Rennie and Renato was Christmas number one. Nicole, Papa? No, little Nicole. She won Eurovision for Germany, singing in English. Weird. All right, while we're on music, as always, I'm going to give you a plethora of photographs accompanied by a song from 1982. And this song, this time, is bloody brilliant. Because I know how the ladies like a bit of Cocker. Joe Cocker, obviously. Big Ray's joining me on this, so this is me and Big Ray singing the classic Up Where We Belong. I'll catch you in a bit. All right, enjoy.
In a world I know is the way I feel when it's real. I keep it alive. The road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb still every day. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world we know, up where the clear winds blow. Song hang on who used to be, live their lives looking behind.
All we have is here and now. All our lives are better find.
Oh, the road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb still every day. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world below, up where the clear winds blow. Time goes by, no time to cry. Life's you and I alive. Today, love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world below, up where the clear winds blow. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong, far from the world below, up where the clear winds blow.
Did you enjoy that? Right, serious face. 18th of March, 1982. An Argentinian scrap metal dealer raised his country's flag in South Georgia, claiming the Falklands were Argentinian. The next day, Argentinian troops landed in the Falklands, ensuring a war that lasted 74 days. Countless lives lost, and let's face it, one life lost to war is one life too many. So we're not going to dwell on the conflict. Needless to say, it's still happening this day and age, and it's fucking wrong. Move on. The Mary Rose flagship of Henry VIII, nonetheless. Oh yeah, the one who had loads of split houses for wives, was raised from the bottom of the Solent. Yeah, and it's on display to this day. You can see it. somewhere, I'm sure. The European Court of Justice ruled against corporal punishment in British schools, against the wishes of parents. I mean, what fucking parents want the kids to be hit? I think it won't go amiss nowadays with the little twats, would it? But yeah, that happened in 1982, which for me came 1 year too late, because I remember getting stick off that bastard Horton. And he bent the cane, and I was supposed to get 6 of the best. That's what he called it, 6 of the best. Fucking hell, cheers, mate. And I had to bend over a chair, and he actually jumped. Our headmaster was only about 5 foot fuck all. He was an horrible little bully cock who, for some reason, thought it was clever to understand Latin. Yeah, because I need to read a pound coin, don't I? So yeah, I remember him jumping off the floor and twatting me with a stick. Whoosh! And I went, fucking hell. And I said, you're not having any more. Get over, you got 5 more to come. I said, you can fuck off. I said, you get permission off my dad and you can finish it off. And I never did get the other 5. My dad wasn't best happy about it. He wasn't happy that I got stick in the first place, but he had enough savvy. Yeah. Hitting kids with sticks, very progressive. Fucking bullies. That's what they were. Most of the teachers from the 70s and 80s were fucking bullies. Move on, Mash, let it go. The last Ford Cortina was built to be replaced by the Ford Sierra. Green and common. Women held hands on the whole of the 9-mile perimeter fence to try and stop the American cruise missiles coming in. Yeah, Americans, even back then, were putting fucking death destruction pieces of kit on other people's land. Fucking warmongers. Oh, you're getting a bit political today, Mash. I know. Mash, what were the most popular names in the UK in 1982? I'll tell you. He done half butt in, doesn't he? James and Sarah. James and Sarah. Yeah. The car, as I said, which was making big waves that year, was the Ford Sierra. I think my dad had one of them. Bike wankers. Yeah. Oh, they were going nuts. The BMW K1000. Ooh. Also known as, do you know it? If you're a bike wanker of any note, you'll know this. The BMW K1000 was known as the Flying Brick. It was your classic 5-speed sequential transmission with counter-rotating clutch and shaft drive. Oh! Top speed, 137 miles per hour. Why the fuck would you? I don't get it. Prices in the UK. A gallon of petrol was up to £1.64. Staggering. A pint of Watney's Pale Ale was 61 pence. Ford Cortina was 3.5 grand. And I love this here. There was something called, wait for it, it's a classic, the Goblin Teasmaid. Now, is it just me, or does the Goblin Teasmaid sound like the perfect wife? Oh, that's tickled old Ernie, that one. The chest infection nearly fucking flew out then with a king-size oyster. Yeah, the Goblin Teasmaid. That was setting you back 35 quid, worth every penny. I think they were them fucking things that were on your bedside, weren't they? And you'd set the clock or something. I don't know. Your average weekly wage for men was 154 quid. Wow, you could get a few Goblin Teasmaids for that, couldn't you? Speaking of Goblin Teasmaids, how much were women on? They were on 98 quid. Whoa! So there's only £56, the difference there in the weekly wage. And That's ridiculous because blokes need more money to spend on like proper shit like, I don't know, cider and wank mags. Sorry, dirty magazines. Yeah, women, they just go blow it on fucking pelmets and baby sham and rouge. Do they still sell rouge? I don't know. I've never bought any. These were firsts. Some biggies here. These were firsts in 1982. It was the first ever compact disc. First ever CD. The first Next clothing shop opened up. The 20 pence piece came out. Yeah. And the first pair of Nike Air Force trainers. Don't know what they are. I know they were quite important, but I've never owned an item of Nike clothing in my life, and I really don't fucking intend to be honest. But they were brought out. Food and drink. These are quite interesting, because I would have thought this had been round like since fucking Jesus, you know, the mythical sky fairy, Jesus and the fish and the loaves. The ciabatta was only invented in 1982. I find that fucking, that blew me completely. The Viennetta was invented in 1982. Diet Coke and Chambord. Do you have any Chambord, darling? What's the Chambord for? Well, it's to mix the twatty cocktails and put a little bit in champagne. That was made then. Fashion. Turn to the left. Look at this here. I think this was the influence of Dynasty and Dallas, because dramatic and bold fashions with statement patterns, exaggerated sleeves. What the fuck's an exaggerated sleeve? That means they're too long for you. Buy a fucking jumper that fits. Broad, power shoulders, topped off with oversized costume jewellery. Oh, that was a good look, wasn't it, to go to Tiffany's? So there was two must-have Christmas toys in 82, and I'll be honest with you, fucking both of them, no recollection at all. The glowworm. Dunno. Glowworm. I bet I had one of them. I fucking didn't. And Barbie bubble bath. What's up with matey? Get a grip. Yeah, bypassed me completely. Births and deaths. Who's going out? Harry H. Corby from Steptoe and Son. John Belushi. Brilliant. And Alex Harvey. Who? Only the sensational Alex Harvey. They all died in 82, so who's going to fucking replace them? Who's going to be brilliant enough to replace them three legends? Billy Piper. Unbelievable. Nicki fat ass fucking Minaj. And the future king and little brother bullier William. There you go. They're in. Right. Let's hark back to those three TV themes, because these were, like I said, they were massively influential on me in lots and lots of ways. Still to this day, to be honest. The first one was The Young Ones. At the time, fucking fantastic. Anarchic, comedy, great music, particularly the episode where Lemmy came in and sang Ace of Spades with Motorhead. Great characters, and you'd seen nothing like it before. It's like, fucking hell, what's going on here? But the best part about it was, you knew it was a winner because your parents couldn't stand it. Yeah, that's generally the yardstick, isn't it? If your parents disliked it, you fucking knew it was great because it annoyed the shit out of them. But later years, when I was a parent myself for that week and a half, when my lad thought something was particularly good and I disliked it, it didn't turn out to be good. It's still shit. And even he admits it, and he's gone back listening and watching to proper fucking stuff. So maybe that rule doesn't always apply, does it? Your second one was The Tube. Oh, brilliant, groundbreaking. And it only ran for 5 years. That's 5 years, not 5 seasons. 5 years. Memorable presenters came to mind. Jules Holland, still cracking on. Paula, fuck yeah, Yates. Yeah, once you got out of the grips of that fucking mucky Irish bloke. Leslie Ash, Muriel Gray, and Margie Clark of Blonde Fist. I watched that a while ago, Blonde Fist. What a truly remarkably shit film. Been watching loads of films from the 80s recently, and that's got to be one of the fucking worst. Your last one was Comic Strip Presents. Oh, yes. Superb. From the 5 Go Mad on Mescaline, 5 Go Mad in Dorset, the Bad News Tour, that was a classic with Aid Edmondson and the rest of them, and A Fistful of Traveller's Checks. Woo-woo-woo. Yeah, classic. Comic Strip Presents was fucking brilliant. Adrian Edmondson, Rick Mayall, Dawn French, Jennifer Saunders, Alexis Hale, Keith Allen, Robbie Coltrane. Every one of them fucking comedy gems. Apart from Dawn French. Yeah, I don't know what it is. There's just something about Dawn French I can't fucking get my head round. She's not funny. I don't know what it is. It's not just that she's not funny. There's something I really don't like about her. And whatever it is, Miranda's got it as well. Can't fucking, just turn it off. Yeah, because that's how he turned the telly off. That's how he did turn the telly off in 1982. So yeah, that was 1982. So keep your questions coming for the special on things that you want me to answer. I've got 1 or 2 already coming, like what's your favourite colour? And other things, simple stuff like if you had to choose bestiality or necrophilia, which one would it be? You know, simple stuff, them quandaries that keep you awake at night, things like that. Nice and light-hearted. Right, I'm done. I better get this up so you lot can watch it. So it is currently, I ain't got a watch, don't own one. It is currently Sunday, January the 29th. So I'll probably get this up later or tomorrow. Enjoy, send me some questions, and I'll catch you later. Alrighty? Ta-da!